This is Malou, sailing somewhere on the seven seas. And this is me, her captain, trying to steer her out into the unknown to be able to find that one very special spot. Consider subscribing and welcome on board. I'm finally back, sleeping in front of the boat, master's cabin with the skylight up top. And yesterday I was sleeping back here, where I got some ski boots right now and some different kind of stuff. It's the same story here on the other side. So much stuff inside of these beds right now, so not much possibilities to bring people on the boat at the moment. At least I got a nice spot to sleep at. Finally, not sleeping on the floor like I did on the passage. I started a little project with making new lazy jacks for the mainsail, and I just mounted these lines, which goes back down to here, back on the sail right here, connected, which is supposed to just hold the sail when it just falls down, basically, when taking it down. And I haven't really decided if I'm gonna just keep these two lines like this, because every time I take down the sail, it just falls down. I stand right here, and then I can just catch it kind of here and put like a strap around it immediately, and the back of the sail will get caught by these two lines. Or I make like a regular lazy jack system where I attach another line that's gonna go down to here from each line and just catch the whole sail on its own, more or less. Probably I'll do that. I also been fiddling around a little bit with this guy. Just managed to get him started, filled up some new gasoline on it, and it's pretty nice with this one because it's air cooled. It doesn't have any water cooling system in it at all, so you could just start it without the engine being in the water and try it out. But it started and it works pretty fine. For a couple of hours I've been blowing warm air into the engine room because it hasn't been super cold tonight, but I'm gonna try to heat up the engine a little bit, see if that makes any big difference when trying to start it, because the Yanmars are not really famous for being easy to start when it's cold. So when I got land power, hopefully I can just heat it up with a heat fan and it's gonna start like it does in the summer, more or less. So fingers crossed for that. Now that's what I call an easy started engine. The plan today is to go about 10 nautical miles to a little group of islands which is called Kvitsöy, and it's supposed to be really, really nice. Small harbor with like a stone jetty in some way, and a small society with just a lot of small islands and narrow sounds and all that kind of stuff, which I really like because we have a lot of the same things at the west coast in Sweden. So I'm gonna feel right at home, I think, at this place. And now I'm gonna put up the main as well, shut off the engine, and sail in this little breeze, easterly breeze that we got at the moment. This wind is supposed to turn to the north again during the day, so it's only for a few hours that's supposed to be blowing this light easterly breeze right now. But it seems like I caught the right moment, and hopefully I get this little breeze all the way to these islands. I got another, I don't know, like six miles to go, something like that, and hopefully the wind doesn't turn too early on me. We're making about 3 knots at the moment. 3.5 is possibly the most we can get out of this now. But I'm really enjoying myself sitting here, just hand steering. I don't mind hand steering for these short periods. It can actually be really fun to just go at it and try to see how how well balanced you can get the boat and see how fast you can go in any kind of conditions. Right over there you got the entrance to the famous Lysefjorden, which has this little cliff, or quite big cliff, called Preikestolen, which is really famous for just going on trips there and standing on top and taking photos and getting married and all that kind of stuff. I would really like to go there, but I don't really have too much time to go inside all the fjords because it's pretty late in the season, so I just gotta choose my destinations wisely at the moment. I really wish you guys could smell the smell that I'm smelling right now. It's just this, it smells like from the sea, and it's like the most fresh, most refreshing smell that you can possibly imagine. It's like when you draw a breath, it's like you're cleansing your whole body completely. That sounds just very strange, I guess, but it's true. It actually feels like that, and oh, it tastes like the north, or smells like the north. Love it. It's me. Taking a little stroll on the island of Kvitsøy, and I'm looking for a little secluded spot where I can possibly fly the drone over this little path of islands over here, trying to give you guys a clue of how it looks, how beautiful it is in this area. At the moment it's quite many houses around actually, so haven't really been able to find a spot where it's nice to just stand and fly the drone alone, but hopefully we'll be able to do that, maybe up on that little hill by the church. Lighthouse right here is actually the third lighthouse that was built in all of Norway. It was built in the middle of the 1800s, something like that, and at the moment this is still like the oldest stone lighthouse that's still in use and that's still standing in all of Norway as well. A little bit of a shame that it's not open, so not able to go all the way up. From this lighthouse I have this amazing view of the mainland, all the mountains, all the fjords, and everything is just like a silhouette far away. And the further north you're looking, the higher the mountains are getting, and that's where I'm heading. When I came back to the boat, my boat neighbors in the boat right over there, this one, came over with some beers. I guess they thought I looked thirsty or something. So that was really nice. Really good boat neighbors. It's a little bit hard at the moment with this corona situation, because you're like, oh, should I ask them over, or should I hang out with them, or whatever. It's a little bit complicated at the moment. Usually we would just be like, oh, let's have a beer and talk a little bit, but now it's just a little bit like, maybe not, who knows. After the sail I just had a look at the engine, just the regular stuff like I usually do, and I found this little knot on the floor right under the engine, or right down here basically, and I'm not really sure where this thing is coming from. It looks like it has the same like painting color as this Yanmar engine has. So probably it is somewhere from the engine. So now I just gotta look around and see if I can find where this little thing is coming from, because loose nuts on engines are not really preferable. Quite rapidly I found the problem, and it was this nut on the other side of the alternator, the one that connects to this bolt. The thing is that I thought that this bolt was threaded straight into this part here of the engine. So when this was spinning around, I thought that, oh no, the threading is dead. But now this little nut right here is on the other side, which means that now I can tighten this one. It's still pretty good, but I can tighten it better now with the help of the nut as well. So I guess you learn something new every day. Tomorrow it finally looks like wind is about to turn to the south again. So now we got some little bit of northerly winds coming in right here. We are right here now. Stavanger is here, and then Bergen is up here somewhere. And if we press play, we see how the southerly winds are coming during the night. And then right here you got at 6 in the morning you got pretty nice southerly winds coming in. So let's keep going, and then they just get stronger and stronger. Close to the coast, not very strong, but a little bit further out you got maybe like 8 to 10 meters per second, something like that. And then just keeps on going, progressing all the time, and eventually just getting stronger and stronger, and blowing along the coast all the time. So we could possibly just sail non-stop all the way up to Ålesund, or actually even further towards Trondheim or something like that, if we would like that. But I think I want to stop at least up here in Honningsvåg or Ålesund, or possibly before that as well. So we'll see what happens, but we're definitely gonna be sailing tomorrow morning. Southerly, southeasterly breeze. It started blowing. Clock is about just before 7, and today I'm gonna put on my foul weather gear right from the start. I don't have to be just starting sailing, put up the sails, start going, and then sitting there steering, getting the wind in, starting to be cold and miserable and all that kind of stuff. So put all on this stuff before you go sailing, so you can stay warm and cozy all the time. Navigating out past all these small islands here. There's a lot of shallow patches all over the place, so I have to be a little bit alert to begin with. But in just another 5 or 10 minutes I'll be clear from this little archipelago, and then I can just start heading for the southern part of the next big island. There's a harbor on the southern part called Skudeneshavn, I think. So I'm just gonna sail past that, past the island, go a little bit further out from the island, so I'm gonna catch better winds during the day, and then just start heading north and see where I end up. Basically, this could end up being a like 2-day sail, or it could be a 1-day sail, or just a few hours or something like that. So I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling all the way on this sail, and see where I just feel like ending up, because along this coastline you can basically stay more or less anywhere along the coastline. So there's natural harbors, there's harbors, and different nice places to just make landfall more or less everywhere. So that's the plan.